Well, howdy again. Just got back from a 4-mile ride, starting to sweat a little bit. Could have easily gone probably a bit further, but having had a heat stress incident in my past once, I'm not going to take any chances on repeating it. Well, what I think about the Trek Verve 2 hybrid bike now that I have a vast total of about 4 miles on it, it's a million times more comfortable than my 1973 road bike. There's not even any comparison. It's so much more comfortable. I can't say enough about the seat. I don't know, I'll find out what kind of seat this is on it, but this is like a very, very comfortable seat for an old geezer like me. Upright riding position I liked a lot. Bike's real maneuverable. The Walmart junk bike that I was riding felt unstable in the turns. It was like, whoa, you know, it just felt like it was going to buck me off of it on any kind of a turn. It's hard to describe, but the geometry on it wasn't quite right, I don't think. This one has a good geometry. It's more maneuverable than a 1973 road bike, but not distractingly so. Unlike the Walmart junk bike, I did a few little tight figure eights and stuff in the parking lot, and it was very comfortable to do that. And it's got an adjustable handlebar that reminds me a little bit of what's on my motorcycle. You can raise this a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm probably going to raise, next time I ride, I'm probably going to raise the seat an inch. A couple of little glitches. When I first started out, I think the front brake was dragging just slightly, at least at some points in its rotation. And the bike shop spent a lot of time setting this up, but I had to take it home in the back of my SUV on its side, so I think I might have jiggled it. I got to figure out how to adjust these V-brakes. Now that unlike 1973, we have YouTube now, so I'm sure somebody's given me a YouTube video to show me how to tweak those. The only thing that was a little disappointing was the shift effort on this front shifter that shifts between the three front sprockets. The shift effort was pretty high. Now maybe that'll break in with time, or maybe it needs to be lubed a little differently or something. I got to figure that out. It's not, you know, a showstopper or horrible or anything. It's just not what I expected. The right one didn't have that problem, shifting just fine. There were a couple of combinations of rear and front sprocket where I got a little bit of ticking out of the derailleur. I don't think that's a horrible thing. I don't know if they've made these perfect since 1973 or not. Although actually the derailleur on my old bike I replaced it about 7 or 8 years ago, so I don't remember it. Maybe ticked a little bit, but not bad. No, this wasn't doing bad either. I really like the bike. I like this little platform here. I can already see a lot of uses for it. I need to get a little tool bag or something to hang off back here. I used to have one that hung on the handlebars that I like, just to carry a few extra little things. Overall, I'm pretty happy. My first impression, the impression I got riding it, test riding it, and now my first actual ride was pretty good. I can tell you this, I have been walking a lot for exercise, and I can prove it because I'm using the Fitbit and a fitness tracking app from my health insurance company, Humana, to track my exercise levels. I find that very motivating because I like gadgets, and if gadget rewards me, I feel good about it. This is going to replace walking. I can tell that already. It was more fun to ride this than it is just to walk along. I say I'll never walk if I have an audiobook I want to listen to. Just like my motorcycle, I don't think I'm going to want to listen to music or audiobooks a lot while I'm riding, because you need to, just as bad as a motorcycle or worse, you've got to be aware of your surroundings so much on a bike. One Trek Verve 2 hybrid bike, highly recommended for neighborhood riding, for commuting, for any sensible purpose. This is Jim, and I live in Austin, Texas. See you later, guys.